to my kitchen. My name is Rosanna and today I have a very delicious recipe we are going to be making. I had never had a fish taco. I had one maybe a year ago, and when I did, I fell in love with it. So today we're going to be making fish tacos. To top it off, I'm going to be making an avocado sauce that you are going to love. So let's get started. Our first step is going to be getting started on our pico, and for that I'm going to take 2 tomatoes and I'm going to cut them into fourths. Then I'm going to seed them, which means I'm going to go ahead and cut the center where the seeds are because I'm not going to want all those extra juices. I want a clean cut. And we're going to proceed and cut them into small cuts. Okay, so now that our tomatoes are done, let's go ahead and take an onion. Now, we're only going to be using half of this onion, so let's make sure that when we cut through, we're not cutting all the way through because we still want to hold our onion together. But first, we're going to cut it vertically and then horizontally, and just remember that the closer your cuts are, the smaller your cuts will come out. It is jalapeno time. So with this jalapeno, what we're going to do is cut it through the middle, and then we're going to take the seeds out and cut them in small cuts. And now let's move on to our yellow bell pepper. Now this one I just threw in the recipe because I just happen to have it around and there's no rules, no regulations, so why not? I figured it would give my pico a gray color. Alright, so I have already taken the seeds out and now I'm ready to go ahead and slice my bell pepper, and then I'm also gonna cut them into small cuts just like this. We could not leave our cilantro out. Let's go ahead and just cut it up as well. I don't have an exact measurement on the cilantro, but just a small bunch would do. Or you can also just use your judgment, whatever you like best. We most definitely cannot leave out our limes. It would not be a pico without limes. So let's go ahead and squeeze a whole lime in there. And let's not forget our salt. Just taste it. If you feel like it needs more, add as you please. It's up to your taste buds. Let's take all of the ingredients we have cut up and start doing some mixing. Just mix all the way through very well, all around. Mix it well. Our pico is ready, so let's set it aside and move on to our next set of ingredients, which are radishes. I have taken about 6 radishes and I'm using my mandolin again. If you don't know how to use this, you're not experienced, I don't suggest you try this. Just do it with your knife. But if you decide you're a pro at this, just make sure you follow your manual's instructions. If not, you can always use your knife. Once you're done, a quick little tip, you can put them into water just so that they don't lose that freshness and brightness that they have, and just set aside. For our slaw, we will be using cabbage. So we're going to take half of our cabbage and go ahead and shred it. You can do it by knife. And in my case, because I love my mandolin and I've gotten comfortable with it, I'm going to be also using my mandolin. But if you're not experienced, do not use it. Once we're done with our cabbage, let's go ahead and take it, put it in a container, and make sure that you go ahead and wash this before use. For our avocado salsa, let's start by adding 1 clove of garlic. So the first time I tried a fish taco, one of the things I did not like was the sauce it had on top. So I felt like it was overpowering it and I couldn't really taste every single piece of the taco, so I decided I was going to go for something even better. So I'm going to go ahead and do an avocado salsa right on top of it. This salsa is so creamy and full of flavor. You are going to love it. It complements this fish tacos so well. So without hesitation, let's take 2 avocados, cut them in half, take out the seed, and with a spoon it into your blender. Let's now add half a cup of olive oil, half a cup of sour cream, and a whole lemon. For some spice, I have taken chili pekin pods. They're dried, they're pretty spicy, but if you don't have this, you can use some red chilies as well. For the final step, let's season it with salt and let's get this blending. This is going to turn out to be a very thick salsa, so if you need to stop your blender, move it around a little bit and then keep blending until you get the consistency you want. Let's go ahead and taste our salsa, and if it needs more salt, you can go ahead and add it. And with a spoon, just mix it in well. And once you like what you taste, you can set aside and we can go on to our next step. It is time to cook our tilapias. I have 4 fillets in a bowl, and I'm just going to go ahead and cut them into strips and then cut across my fish to kind of get small pieces of fish, just because we want to be able to fit a couple of pieces in each taco. To season, we will take salt and pepper and sprinkle it over our cut pieces. Next, we will go ahead and start mixing it up just to incorporate all of our seasoning. Let's get started on our tempura batter. First, we're going to start by sifting our AP flour. We're going to need 2 cups of AP flour. Make sure your flour is sifted. We want no lumps in our batter. Let's take 2 eggs and crack them. I will now grab a fork and mix them up real well. I will set them aside for a little bit since I will need them shortly. I will season my AP flour just lightly since we already seasoned our fish as well. Let's take 2 cups of ice cold water and put it into our AP flour. Then let's take our eggs and do the same thing. And with a whisk, I will just start mixing it in. For our next step, let's start by prepping a pan where we're going to be frying our fish. I am using vegetable oil, and I will go ahead and test it with a strip of my fish to see if the oil is hot enough. And it looks like it is, so we're going to proceed and dip the rest of our fish into the batter. Also, before I forget, I went ahead and added a little bit of flour to my fish after seasoning it, just because this will help the batter stay on the fish. Just a little tip I did, and I forgot to put it on camera, but if you do it, it'll help greatly. Okay, so just keep on dipping your fish into your batter and carefully putting it in your hot pan. Make sure that you don't overcrowd it. Just want to put enough in there to cook well. Let's repeat until all of our fish are well cooked and ready to serve. Let me give you a close-up on what our fish is looking like. These are so crispy and so gorgeous looking. I mean, look at how crispy they look. This is gonna give our taco a very enjoyable crunch. I'm so excited. And we're back. We are done with every single item that we needed to prep. So now we're gonna go ahead and assemble our tacos. Now let me tell you, I got a little carried away. I went ahead and made fresh tortillas, handmade here in my kitchen. But you don't have to do that. You can just buy some and just heat them up and then assemble it. So let's go ahead and I'll teach you how to do it. Okay, so let's open this up and let me take 3 of my tortillas. They're hot. I just made them. It took me a little bit longer, but let me tell you, handmade tortillas made in your kitchen are the best and they are so worth it. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and take our fish. Guys, you know what? I'm just gonna do it with my hand. Guys, these are beautiful. They came out so crispy. I am drooling over this. So just place it on your tortilla. I'm gonna do 2 pieces because they're kind of big, but just put them in there how you feel like it. And now I'm gonna go ahead and take my slaw, put it in there as well, just like that. These are so good. And I'm gonna go ahead and take my pico and lay it right on top. Look at all those beautiful colors. After this, I'm gonna dig in. This is going to be my dinner, so I am so excited about it. All right, nice portion of it in there. Oh, these look so good, so yummy. Okay, now I'm gonna take some of my radishes and put them on top, just like that. Take a little bit more. And once you have all of that done, we're gonna take our avocado salsa. And this is perfect. I didn't want it to be runny, I wanted it to be creamy. So let's go ahead and take a dollop and just do it right on top. There you go. Beautiful. Okay, guys, take a look at these tacos. Okay, so now let's go ahead and taste one. So this is good. I'm gonna try to be careful. I know this may get a little bit messy, but I'm so happy. These are so good. Oh my God. That avocado sauce is just so perfect with this taco. Oh my God, you have to try this. These are amazing. This is a recipe I'm gonna be doing very often. We reached the end of this video, but if you would like for me to make a video on how to make fresh tortillas, comment below and we will try to get it done. Also, do not forget to subscribe and click the notification bell so that you can see all of my videos. Thank you so much for your support, and I got some taco eating to do, so I'll see you next time.